I agree.
Well, with that being said, I sent y'all a story, and I don't know if y'all got a chance to read it, but Patrick Clark, formerly
Yes.
known as Velveteen Dream, broke his silence.
Mm-hmm.
To give a quick recap, he did confirm that the character was based off of Prince. He
Yeah.
confirmed, like I said, confirmed, he detailed the counts of both of his allegations. And personally speaking, I kind of believe it. Um, with that being said, what do y'all think was next for Patrick Clark? Like, what do y'all think?
Um,
Until
af-
this shit. Go ahead. Go ahead.
oh no, go ahead, Jaeger.
No.
Yes.
I feel like I
Are
jump
you,
in
you,
on shit.
you
I
gonna
feel like
make
I
me go?
jump in on shit. No. Hey man, just don't. Guys, just don't send your moms after me. Like I don't want to just go through that again. That was fucking awkward. Like she had the typical Karen haircut too, and I was just like fighting back somewhere between rage and laughter. Anyways, hit us with it, lip.
um, After going over this whole thing, uh, I do believe it. I do believe his side of the story, but there is a caveat to this whole situation, and it's only because of the timing. Because
Yes.
just welcome me for a bit,
Mm-hmm.
because it's not me incriminating Patrick Clark in any way, shape, or form. I have to look at it objectively.
Yeah.
And with that, you have to think about it. Somebody who him breaking his silence, cool. But you also have to think he has been ejected from WWE/NXT. So
Yeah.
you have to think somebody that wants to clear the record, who wants to continue working in the professional wrestling industry. They're going to want to make sure that they plead their case to make sure they still can assure a position in another company. So there's that side of my brain that thinks, okay, well, maybe this has an ulterior motive to where it's like, okay, you know what? I need to make sure that my shit is cleared so that way I can get work elsewhere. Now,
Right.
nothing in this whole statement screams disingenuine at
Mm-hmm.
all. Um, of course, I'm a factual person. Me looking at it objectively, like I said, there hasn't been any more talk from his accusers. And with WWE stating that, hey, they've done X, Y, and Z and found nothing, cool. But if that's the case, then why not stick by your employee and just keep him employed? Unless you just don't want the backlash. So that's why there's so many things there's so many things in this situation to where it's like there's certain red flags. Now, do I believe Patrick Clark? Probably more of a 60-40 split. 60% of me actually does believe this. 40% of me is going to look at it, realistically and say, okay, well, I still need more facts because everything here is just hearsay. So that's where I am.
I'm
But
on. Oh, go ahead. Did you have your thought or?
no, I'm just mirroring what I said last week. Is that 50-50 whether or not if he is if he is the accused and it is true, then hey, just get the help you need so you can get the jobs that you want to get. And if you're innocent, then hopefully you either go back to WWE, NXT, or New Japan, AEW, Impact, Ring of Honor, whoever hires you, and you actually get the status of being a Hall of Fame worthy professional wrestler. So
Right.
now I'm done.
Sorry, I heard the pause and I was like, all right. Didn't know if you were done or not.
Double Dutch.
I don't know. My whole thing is I'm on the same side as you as far as the 60-40 thing. However, the biggest issue for me is the time that it took for all this to come out.
True.
I mean, I'm sure WWE told him, "Hey, keep your mouth shut until either like we clear you or until like we fire you." And I'm sure, I mean, like just calling it as it is, but and I'm sure there were probably some settlements that were not going to be televised or reported. That maybe maybe some lawyers maybe have had some talks. However, I'm literally just like talking I'm almost doing an Ace Ventura and talking out my ass on this because I mean I am neither the accuser or the accused. I don't know shit here. But with all that said, I do want to believe that he came from a genuine place. Now, was it still okay for him to talk to people of an under 18 variety? No. Like, honestly, should have just kept those conversations way off. Like, hey,
Or kept
don't
them
need
public.
exactly, or kept them public. You gotta at that point you gotta either tell your fan who is apparently becoming your friend, like, look, you're cool, but I can get in trouble. Or like you just
Exactly.
said, make it very public and be like, okay, these are my fans. I love my fans. I'll talk to all my fans. Blah blah blah.
Mhm.
Like you can't kind of just leave it in a middle ground.
Sure.
And that's where all of us are looking at this. However, I don't know how long it's going to take him to get work again, like without any kind of concrete proof that something did or did not happen. If it did happen, I don't see him working anymore. If it didn't happen, then I can see him getting picked up, but only as far as it like gets proven that nothing happened.
True.
Like,
Absolutely.
I try to compare the apples to oranges about like Rich Swann, and I mean, that was like due to like me not having as much information as I do now. Like he's completely apologized. He's like, look, this was just like a seeing red moment, and his girlfriend and everything even confirmed that. Like she forgives him for everything.
I mean, they're married to this day, so
exactly. So yeah, that was foul on me to even try and make that comparison. There's definitely a whole bunch of a difference between a settled dispute and then potential grooming.
Well, the thing is on that end is that he, his now wife was able to kind of corroborate on his side to where it's like, okay, well, she can come to his defense to where it's not as bad. Velveteen or Patrick Clark doesn't really have that unless his accusers come out and say, hey, we lied.
Exactly.
Well, this is the curious case of all of this, and I'm gonna throw names out. We had Matt Riddle, we had Austin Theory, we had Velveteen Dream, we had a taste of Laura Sullivan, even though it was other stuff. We had the gentleman Jack Gallagher, and we had also Tyler Bate.
God.
And we had Tyler Bate. Out of those names I just said, 3 were only fired. And that was Lars, Jack Gallagher, and Velveteen Dream.
Sure.
Riddle got in front of his real quick. Riddle was like, I got a lawyer. She was a fling. She held on, whatever. I don't know Jack Gallagher's story necessarily, but apparently his was so bad he hadn't wrestled since.
Yeah, so I recall his being pretty bad.
I remember Tyler's Bate name being thrown out there, but I guess his must have been disproven so fast.
I knew that was a lie.
I ain't get nobody else say anything with Tyler Bate. Now, Austin Theory is a curious case because he had almost a similar situation as Velveteen Dream. So I wonder what was found differently between these two situations to where Theory is still there, but Dream is gone.
And that's a very good question.
I also wonder, does Dream's character has to play in this too? Because with Dream playing such a sexual, ambiguous character, does it have to do with? Because I mean, it would have been hard to rebrand him as something else.
Well, here's a situation when this is why his character comes into play. Because just like reading his whole statement, even he stated that when they were messaging back through voice, he was using his Velveteen Dream character voice. So that in itself can
kayfabe alive.
Yeah, which is cool. But if you think about it in a court of law, they listen to that, they're going to be like, I mean, you sounded pretty suggestive, So
but exactly. Then you got to go pouring through like film after film of him doing promos and seeing like, look, this is how my character talks. Exactly. And that's what I was in front of my fans is my character.
Yeah, and also with that now the site that he was talking about, which of course they talked about his pictures being leaked as if he sent those pictures. The site that he's talking about is I guess a site for like leaked male wrestler nudes or stuff like that.
Or was it just male wrestlers? I thought it was just wrestlers.
Yeah, no, it's just male wrestlers.
Oh, okay.
almost akin to like the whole fappening thing that happened like in 2016 with the celebrity.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah.
So
I just thought about that. Yeah, I don't recall any males being revealed like that.
Exactly. Yeah. And if you're getting leaked stuff, if you're finding this stuff, it's gonna look like you can easily send a picture to somebody. So if like they find that and they put it up, say, "Oh, he sent this to me," it's working against him. And of course, it's that voice message that he sent that makes it even worse because you attach that to that, and it's like it's very incriminating. So it's hard to kind of tell whose side on who unless they actually go in and investigate thoroughly. But
definitely something that it's a slippery slope. Let's just call it that.
Very,
I'm gonna wrap my end up by saying, Patrick, do the necessary things you need to do to get help, fix the issue, get back in good graces.
Yes.
Do what you need to do to better yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Decision making, things like this does happen. And I would say I look forward to see what you're going to do next. I mean, unfortunately, the character you created and helped mold and build, unfortunately, may be dead now.
Yeah.
But
which sucks because that's a fantastic character.
I hope you have the skills and creativity to reinvent yourself as somebody else. And if you have to kill it outside of WWE, then do so. But I definitely want you to get the help needed. Get the situation cleared up, squared away, 100%. And also take note that even if you are 100% exonerated, you got to be prepared to accept the fact that people are going to always see you in this light.
Yes.
You can be 100% in the clear. Somebody's going to still be like, "Oh, well, he ain't nothing but or he likes."
Yeah.
So you got to be willing to prepare your mind and psyche for that too. So all I would say is definitely Velveteen Dream will live on because amazing character in NXT. I wish we could have saw it on the main roster, but Pat Clark, get better.
Absolutely.
Do it right by your mental
Absolutely.
and everything.
Yep.